Yo, you're true, right? I was just in some time, but God just know one thing, right? And one thing that I really wanna address, I wanna talk about right now is, everybody since March, February, the beginning of the whole pandemic, you know, the whole beginning of this, people was going crazy. All 2020, social media blowing up. All 2020 was the worst year of my life. Why this happened? Where this disease come from, so on and so forth. You know, why this, why that, why this and why that, right? But I can say to you, I can speak for me and probably 50% of people who are watching this all over the world that 2020 has been the worst and best year of my life. It's been worse because emotionally you feel bad. You're depressed, you're at home all the time. You're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? And it's the best because mentally and spiritually you're paying attention to you, where you're at with God. You know what I mean? Is in the book of Matthew it says beware people whose whole signs and whose flash it. Basically, this book you reading the book of Matthew and the book of Esther, and they say that you look at Matthew, it says that, a lot of people are false prophets who just talking fancy, who got a lot of mouth, right? Who God, quote unquote, God to speak through them, right? And who just want to be seen at church in front, but know that you're at home alone, right? With God. What are you gonna do? You mean you have ample time to prepare for 2021, which is gonna be on. Like telling you 2021 will be the year of breakthrough and opening up and stuff, but there's like you're gonna go back being the same way. You can go back being the same old you, or you can go back out being transformed, being mature, being developed. Regardless of what age you are, you have ample time to mature. You have ample time to put yourself to a certain standard, prepare yourself for this, and get ready for this. Get ready for what's happening in 2021 and 22 and what's going on before. So I could say for me, maturing as a man, spending so much time in God, preparing for this, everything in my life, things that I want to do. You understand? All the pain that I've been dealing with, love and forgiveness with people. A lot of my friends have been praying, I've been fasting every Tuesday and Thursday. You understand? Just like for 3 hours. I only know come out of it. Not today it's 2 hours, but before it was 3 hours. Praying for people. A friend of mine lost his mother. He still deals with that pain. Praying for people, comforting him, loving him. Him and his soon to be wife, he's engaged. So on and so forth. You understand? It's like, things in my life I'm dealing with, my heart, and I wanna get in a relationship next year, stuff like that, you know what I mean? And preparing you as you were preparing. But I believe that, this is an A and B life. There's no C life, there's an A and B life. And know that A people are preparing, B people ain't gonna prepare for nothing. The fact that they had to stop a party of 60 people shows that people ain't really care. People going back what they same way. So I believe that we should stop saying 2020 is the worst year of your life. It's the only year thus far you had to pay attention to you, because you're just all over the place. Your head's all over the place. You keep looking at people's lives. You keep going there and there. And now it's like, where are you at now? It's like, do you love your family, your marriage, your relationship with God, your relationship with boyfriend, girlfriend, your pain, who you at? What do you really want? Is you, and you is dealing with you. Because you is all you have in the house. You know what I mean? For how long? Since February, since March. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It was you in that house. So I'm telling you, man, I honestly, Not to sound bad, but I know some people be people ain't coming out change, and that's the world. But man, it was suck that Christians don't come out changed, don't come out renewed. We ask God for supernatural experience, get closer to God. You know what I mean? Have a direction in life, have a purpose, something. You know what I mean? You have so much time to pay attention to you. You understand? So it's like, yeah, it starts emotionally, but it's like you're just being. It's like, all right, so what? We all feel depressed and down. You had to meet you as Jew. You had to entertain yourself. You know what I mean? You know, God won't. It won't be like this forever. But I mean, how many years, have this been like this? You know, get what I'm saying? There's a year full of killing. There's a year full of inventions. There's a year with, you know, trends. So this is a year to sit down, just pay attention to you. I don't see the big problem in that. Year to mature. You understand? So I would say that 2020 is not a bad year, man. Has not been. I done making resolutions because of waste of time. My thing is just to develop and mature and to become more spiritual and, just to keep growing as an adult. You know what I mean? Just to keep growing and to keep advancing. You know what I mean? To keep learning. You understand? Just find better things I'm good at, my talent I was not. You know what I mean? To keep loving people that need it. People are in so much pain. To love people that need it. You understand? To forgive people. It's a time to really check yourself, check your heart. It's not time to just sit there and be selfish and all about you and how you feel. So what? We all feel bad. It's a time to love people and love to check on people and care about people. I bet a lot of people like me, well, not like me, but maybe some people that didn't want a relationship, now this will make you want one because of how much time you spend here, so how much you appreciate people. You understand? Appreciate having a guy or a girl in your life. You understand? For me, I want one. You know what I mean? It really met me to see how lonely you are, to see how your marriage, everything, they appreciate your church, appreciate your school, appreciate everything because you're so by yourself. You understand? It means you really appreciate people in your life. So I would never say 2020 is a bad year. I just pray that you guys would really spend time in God. Check looking at yourself. Yeah, man.